love technology sometimes when it works. So, hello everyone. I was going to say today is a bit different, but the only reason it's different is that I've got shingles. Still got shingles. I complained about it on video a while back, and I'm in week 7. And I'm starting to pick up just a little bit. So, but I have this parcel, which I won't show you the front because it has an address on it, a home address. And I really, really need to read this book by tomorrow night. Why the urgency? I somehow got myself into a book club, a Terry Pratchett book club. And we're working our way through some of his books, some possibly all of. And tomorrow night, so I'll post this video sometime today. So tomorrow night, we're looking at The Science of Discworld 1. I'll try and put an invitation to the Discord in the description if I can. If my brain will let me make things work. So why have I just opened the book now? The parcel with the book. Because it came this morning. I ordered it 27, 28 days ago or something. And they said it will ship within 10 to 15 days. 20 days later, it had not been shipped. And I sent a request in saying, what is happening? Please help me. And I got a reply back 2 days later, which is all very well, but I haven't looked at my email now for, that was Thursday, I think. No, today is now Monday, and I didn't look at my email all the way through the weekend, by which time, of course, the book arrived. So, it's a pretty green colour, and I don't think it goes at all well with my pink, which doesn't matter entirely at all. Just while I'm talking about colours, my mum looked at my colour scheme, what I was wearing the other day, and she didn't like it at all. I didn't care. But she looked at it a couple of days later and she said, yeah, you go well today. I don't know. I don't care about that. I care about books. I care about writing. I care about authors. I care about good grammar. Most of the time I can do good grammar. Sometimes my brain just goes, what on earth is trying to come out of your mouth? So I have no idea. I have not read any of the Science of Discworld books. I have numbers 2 and 3 on my shelf. But they're a different story entirely. But this, I've not looked at it. I've just, as you saw, I've just pulled it out of the box. I have a number of other parcels, 3 more books to look at, because when I ordered this, I thought I'll get combined postage, I'll order 2 books. So I did. I ordered a book from my wish list, and they came in 2 separate parcels. So much for combining postage. Anyway, that's not my problem. That is the website's problem, the company that sent them. So anyway, I've got this in good time because I'm now exhausted. I've been up all day, which is something I've not done for a number of weeks. Shingles sucks. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. I guarantee, do not recommend it. If you're old enough to get the shingles vaccine, or you can afford, I can finish my sentences. If you're old enough to get the shingles vaccine for free, or you can afford the very expensive injections, get them. Please. I have been mostly in bed for 6 and a bit weeks now. This is probably my best day in all of that time. I have been so tired. I have had so much pain. I have had so much tingling all down See, you're looking at the top part, the third of me, and the pain was underneath all of that. So the rash, I'll just stand up a little bit. The rash was from here, about like that, from there, all the way round. It got higher and went higher up and lower down as it went around. And I think almost all the way around to my spine. So I've had rash, I've had itches, I've had pain, I've had tingles all down my left side, going from roughly my hip all the way down to my foot, single foot. Because I've had no tingles in the right, it's only been tingles in the left. My theory there is that because the shingles is on the nerve, that there's also a nerve that's going down to the foot, and the tingling going down my foot, going down my leg to my foot has been intermittent, more intermittent than the pain and the discomfort and the itching and the creepy crawling of the finger feeling underneath my skin. Oh, and the exhaustion's been just ridiculous. So I am now going to go to bed, and I'm going to start reading this book. Will I actually finish it by tomorrow night? Who knows? I don't know. That's tomorrow night's problem. But at the very least I will start it and I will get part way through, which will comfort me, because I hate going into a book club without having read the book. I almost did that for my last book club last week, because I got my weeks confused. I thought that book club meeting was this week, and I hadn't bothered starting the book. And we were having a chat. People were having a chat in our WhatsApp group. And I suddenly looked at it the book club was Wednesday afternoon. I looked at it the Tuesday evening, and I realised I've got less than 24 hours to read this book. That was Tuesday night's problem. I finished it. It was a fairly easy book to read. I don't know that I liked it, but it was fairly easy to read. And I finished it within a couple of hours. I'll call it 3 hours. Might have been 4 because I cooked dinner in the middle and ate dinner at some point. Call it 4 hours. But that works. So that's that book. So that book last week, I actually finished that in time for book group. This book this week, will I finish it in time for book group? Possibly. I am a fast reader, but this is science, so who knows. Let me read. Now, I've got my distance glasses on, so I'm struggling to read this a little bit. And I don't have my computer glasses here. I took them out of the room. So let me read, see how this works. Can unseen universities, eccentric wizards, and orangutan librarian possibly shed any useful light on hard, rational, earthly science? I need new eyes. Okay, so what it says here. More than just another science book and more than just another Discworld novel, The Science of Discworld is a creative, mind-bending mashup of fiction and fact that offers a wizard's-eye view of our world that will forever change how you look at the universe. I have no idea. No idea. I'll worry about that when I get to it. Okay, so that's 9 minutes. I'm thinking I will, not that one. If I open this one, nope, not that one. The last one that I can reach. So, I had an email from a prospective author, and he said to me, I would love you to read my book. I've done the research. He didn't actually say I've done the research. He showed that he'd done the research. He knew that I preferred books in print as opposed to ebooks. And he did all sorts of other research and basically pandered to my ego, which was really lovely of him. I don't know if you can hear me through the rustling of the paper. I'm just going to cut this open. It's easier than wrestling with the glue. I have actually lost a bit of strength while I've been so sick. My hands are no longer as strong as they were. In fact, neither is any other part of me. I'm hoping to get back to my gym classes this week, but I said that last week. I said that the week before as well. Didn't happen. So anyway, this person, whose name I will tell you shortly because I really don't remember it. So I have to wait until I open the book, open the package. No letter. So it's a lovely looking book. The Napoleon of Africa by Phil Smart. Now, I have no idea who Phil is. Absolutely no idea. But from what he gave me a rundown of the book, and I thought, well, that actually does look quite good. And as I'm reading to the end of this bit and thinking that actually looks quite good, I'm thinking maybe I might ask him for it. And then he says, oh, but I've sent you one anyway. So this came a couple of days later. And I've been meaning to open it and read it while I've been so tired and stuck in bed all day. But I wanted to do an unboxing first. Unboxing. It's not a box. But it's still unboxing, isn't it? Anyway, I wanted to do that before I read this. But priorities. It's a nice looking book and it's not too heavy. It's got a nice glossary at the back. So that'll be good. It's only 300 and something pages. So anyway, there we go. We will see. My ego has been pandered to. And that is very nice. So, we'll see. I don't know a lot about Africa. I have actually read, I can count on one hand, maybe 5 books that I've read about Africa. Out of Africa by Karen Blixen. There was one I had to read at uni. And I cannot remember the name of the book nor the name of the author. It's a well-known author. So this might... And then another book, there was a chapter and a few references. That was by Sally Jane Smith. Sally... I will remember her name after I've done the video. I know that. She was actually born in Africa. And she ended up being a part of the movement to bring out Nelson Mandela from prison. So, pretty amazing history. She's a friend of mine. So this will join the handful of books about South Africa that I will have read. But in the meantime, I bid you farewell to another video. But I'm now going to go and lie down and read some of this and see how I go. So there you go. Now you have my life in a nutshell. Why am I doing this? Because I suddenly realised my hair actually looks good. Probably because I've been able to stay out of bed while it dried, because I washed it this morning. Not that you would know, but I did. So instead of standing up like this, it's now looking quite nice. There we go. I have something positive. So I will talk to you on another video. I still have 2 more books that I must unwrap at some point, but not today. And I'll talk to you another time. Bye.